This is what a successful community buyout in Scotland looks like. This is Knoydart, a peninsula in an area of the Scottish Highlands known as the Rough Bounds, and is sometimes referred to as Scotland's last wilderness. This wasn't always the case, however, as pre-Highland clearances over 1,000 people lived here, and their ruined homes can still be found all over. Now, since the community buyout 25 years ago, they have achieved many amazing things to help them become much more resilient. For a start, Knoydart is not connected to the UK National Grid electrical network. So one of the first things that they did was repair the hydro scheme, giving them a source of renewable green energy. One of the key issues that majority of rural Scotland faces is housing, and Knoydart is no different. Whilst there is still so much work to do, the community have been steadily building housing using the Rural Housing Burden Scheme. This means that members of the community can buy plots of land to build houses at a discounted rate, and that the community has the right to buy back the houses at market price when it's time to sell, meaning that this house then stays within the community. Here in Inveree, the main village on Knoydart, they have doubled the size of their town hall, and one detail that I particularly love about this new hall is that the old flooring is now the walls of the new hall, which I think is a great way to honour the past. Knoydart is also a great example of how a community can grow while simultaneously improving the environment around it. One of the key successes of the Knoydart Forest Trust is that they've managed to successfully remove Rhododendron ponticum, an invasive species of plant that is destroying much of our native woodland. As Knoydart falls within Scotland's hyper-oceanic zone, this means that conditions here are ripe for Scottish rainforest, and there's a beautiful patch not too far from Inveree. Since the community buyout, this rainforest has become protected, and that will safeguard it for future generations. To help support the creation of more woodland across the peninsula, they have also been planting tens of thousands of trees just this year alone. Partnered with ambitious and effective deer management, this will ensure that this community is much more resilient to the climate crisis. To support the tree planting projects happening here, they also have established a polytunnel with full-time staff who have done an amazing job to secure what seems like an endless supply of native saplings. And who can forget the Old Forge, the most remote pub on mainland Britain? I challenge you to find a more scenic pint than this in all of Scotland. And a couple of years ago, the community finally managed to buy over this pub, ensuring that the profits remain here in the community to support future projects.